and whatever else. I mean, there were times that we went in there and intending to go out and do soul winning, and we ended up just fixing up different rooms and repainting things. I remember they had this linoleum floor in the guest quarters in the back part of the sanctuary, and this linoleum floor had been glued down to this concrete slab where it was at there, and they had to get all that up because they were putting new linoleum in. They were raising funds for that. So important. I mean, it's in the book of Acts someplace. And the three faithful young men that are here and inspiring all of us, and they're the future of our church and all this stuff. Myself and the two other brothers ended up leaving and starting a house church because we got sick and tired of the 501c3 nonsense. But I remember we literally got on our knees and we had these little scrapers and we're scraping up the linoleum and the glue off of the concrete. Scrape, 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 working for hours with that. I've stained doors at church buildings in terms of putting the stain on and the finish on and helping it to hang the doors, and I've helped rip carpet up, and I forget what all I've done. Moved bookshelves all around, moved boxes of books here and there, and I've done all this stuff for a building. Why? So we can look like the mother. Verse 15. And what concord hath Christ with Belial? Or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? Everyone's welcome at your church building? What part hath he that believeth with an infidel? I remember the one time, again, at the same church building. I can't keep talking about the same one because people will think that I've been scarred by that place. But just again, stating fact here. And the one brother that I knew, his parents were lost. And I remember they came to the church building the one time. We were able to get them into the church, hopefully get them saved so we can get them into the church there and get their tithe money. But they're there, and all stand, and we're going to sing hymn number 603. I'm in hymn number 603. Nothing but the blood. And what can wash away my sin? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. And I see his lost father, and he's looking around like this, and I guess I'm supposed to sing it, so he's singing the song. What can wash away my sin? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. Oh, precious is the flow that makes me white as snow. No other fount I know, nothing but the blood of Jesus. What are you doing singing that song? But see, that's what they're doing with these church buildings. That's what this whole thing is about. Spiritual fornication. You go into the whore, and if you had a good time at the service, you had a good time with the harlot, just kind of just put a little bit of money in the offering plate, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what, we can even do it easier than that. There's a kiosk out back, a giving kiosk out in the lobby there, and you can go do it in private, or you could even donate online, or well, these church buildings. Pretty sick. Verse 16. Yeah. And what agreement hath the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living God, as God hath said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Is that true of the church buildings? Is God their people? Or are they the people of God? I'll say it that way. No, not at all. And you know what's shocking to me? What's shocking to me is what looks this modern Christianity, the look that they're going for. No Christian would have accepted them in years ago. And are you kidding me? I knew Christians that had tattoos from their lost life and whatever else, and they'd cover that thing up. They'd have a long sleeve shirt on 90-degree days in July. They didn't want people to see it. Now, what's wrong with that? Tattoos everywhere, using profanity, rock music. The church buildings, they're becoming more wicked. And I've seen some older prostitutes out there. I remember seeing a guy interviewed one, whatever, on YouTube. He was interviewing homeless people, and he interviewed this older woman. She'd been a prostitute for 30, 40 years or something. Look.
Interesting comments in class. So someone is mentioning, we were talking about this recently. I remember when we were up in Canada in 2017 and 18, some of them talking about that. And different people coming through and buying up the church places or houses or places that could be considered a church. Like, they just had to have so many people to be considered a congregation. Right, so the concerns with that was the people that were buying stuff out and making these congregations. It's very similar to like the left, right kind of, certain ones are buyers and suppliers. Where you have your buyers, suppliers, your doers, sayers, believers. They really believe. Right, so I know a lot, that's kind of the tactics, not just within those kind of businesses, but from the street all the way up. So what they were doing, yes, I agree with you. I know of at least a handful right off the top of my head that I could bat right towards you real quick. Yeah, so what they were doing was they'll get people that, you know, those cocky people that like to show off. Right. I mean, they'll purposely be doing things like, you know, putting subwoofers in their car like they're doing them a favor. Because they know they're going to go around town blasting it. And they make them think that's cool. Right, like the church people, the people they get to come to their congregation, they really push a lot of the spiritual stuff that annoys people, you know, sending them into stores. Have you found Jesus? You know, with their bullshit. Right, so they get other people doing that stuff. It's just the same tactics. It's like they get people that are a little not all with it, or very easily paid off, or motivated to do things they shouldn't, like flying into towers or buildings, or I mean, it could be something as simple as walking up the street with a fucking hot dog or a vagina on your head. Ignoring the actual issues. Right, I mean, when you look back, there was literally in these businesses and what we're talking about with Big Pharma, Pfizer, vaccines, Botox, bovine material, Skinwalker Ranch, pineal glands. When you start thinking about these things in the farms and a lot of the different stuff that's been going on, and people just trying to point out one or two abortion clinics, one or two farms, couple dirty police here or there, you know, it happens. They have to have doctors. It's all bleeded throughout the systems. You know, back in the 90s, a lot of these groups, when they went out, they were all going into different occupations. Yeah, many have fallen on and off. They're back on board. Yeah, I'm back in the saddle, all right. You know, they make them feel cool, part of a team again. Right, they're all just going around fucking people, literally. Hardcore. Right, we're concerned about our children that are in the hands of sick, murderous pedophiles that make child and animal pornography, the abuse videos. It's like the Jackass, Gone Wild stuff. But way worse, you know, the behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, a lot of those people involved in the front lines with that stuff in the spotlight, they don't see a lot of that stuff. No, everybody's just jealous. Everybody's just jealous. Yeah, you got a lot of nasty, greedy, horrible people in this world. Apparently, I mean, that's what makes the world go round, right? I'm just repeating what they say. Yeah, that's what this class is. Have you seen other people do that? They'll come out just saying stuff. I think that people around them say that they're disgusted by. And then other people will respond to it. So maybe they'll hear it. Yeah, because if you say it, they just laugh in your face and you're just naive and stupid and ungrateful. Yeah, so I mean, you know what? We were past that. I mean, if you're playing a game, living life, whatever you're doing, we're dead mothers. And thank goodness we're nonviolent and we're at peace. And we're just appreciating life while it exists to our conscious field of awareness. Or not. I mean, we can not. I mean, is it the only existence that this conscious is ever going to know? Like this thing speaking right now? This awareness? I mean, without that, it doesn't exist, right? Just a shell, you know? Right, so you have these people that have been going around and they get people going, they get them medicated, they give them pets, stand up for your sovereign rights, blast your music, fuck the police. It's an old school game. And it's gotten so bad. And you can see that within a lot of these systems, the Catholic Church systems. Right, and I mean, they've just been going in through a lot of places. No Child Left Behind, all these different funding programs. The people in the Maine Parent Federation and these other state programs that are supposed to protect children. Crisis and counseling centers, child protective services. Right, and I mean, if you're an aware person, it doesn't take long. You can go around and talk to people. Like, oh... And you see the associations and connections with these fucking psychos and freaks going around trying to take advantage of people. Right, I mean, the funding, and Shadow Robbie was just telling me, he's like, do you know what?